Hey everybody, Bobby Ty, George
Hey
Blue.
guys.
We got a video podcast update for you guys on one of our customers' houses that's being built on the north side of Jacksonville. And the reason we're excited to share this update with you today is because our customer is with a builder that places a really big focus on quality. And that's something that means a lot to both George and myself. George is building a few of his own houses right now. I myself have a lot of customers who are buying homes, and we really want to make sure our customers are buying a good quality built house. So as we get into this video and this podcast here, the first thing that's important to me is this builder provides weekly updates to our customer right over email, and it's usually about a paragraph and a half long on where they are in the construction process, any barriers that they faced, any successes that they have, with photos and videos. And the reason I think that's really cool is there's not many builders doing that. In fact,
I, I don't think any of our other builders that we've worked with, and when we're talking about builders, most of the builders we're talking about production builders right now. So big box builders that are building, huge neighborhoods and things like that. And I think the builder we're working with right now is the only one that I can recall, and I've worked with a lot of different builders that are actually sending these weekly updates with photos, progress reports. For example, the
full paragraphs typed out.
Oh yeah, and what's great too, they're really owning if there's a mistake, especially with this builder. For example, the big sliding glass doors, the whole back of the house has sliding glass doors, and they haven't showed up in like 2 weeks. And they were supposed to show up, didn't show up. They called, they said they were coming, they didn't come. And the builder, in his update, he just owned. He's like, I apologize. We don't have the door. We know we missed this deadline. We're working on getting another contractor involved. So it's nice when it's just not, oh, I thought the doors were installed. What's going on? What happened? They're already ahead of the game, updating the clients, updating Bobby and myself as well. So what that's doing, that's providing that value to the client.
A lot of transparency.
A lot of transparency. So they're not worrying about, oh, what's going on with the door. They already know what's going on. There is a delay on that, but they're staying updated, and that's what we're doing as well. So we really appreciate the builder doing that.
And as you look through this video that you're watching and you see the B-roll being played out, not only does it look like a really nice house, it's not super expensive either. So that's another thing that's important to know is a lot of times you look at a high quality built house and you're like, that might cost $1 million. This one costs about $400,000. So
right.
It's also a very frugal option for customers who want to have a quality built home, but they don't necessarily want to pay $1 million, but they kind of want it to have that millionaire flair to it. And as you see, as you're walking through this video, there's a lot of upgrades in this house. This is not a basic house at all. It's got vaulted ceilings. It's got upgraded lights, upgraded fans. Like George mentioned, it's got 4 huge sliding glass doors that go along the back. Our customer is going to be putting a pool
helping them do that, working out with a few different pool companies right now to get the quote. And he is utilizing his VA loan. So what's great, we're going to be able to incorporate the cost of that pool into the mortgage. So he's not having any money out of pocket with that pool. So that's one of the great benefits of that too. But as you can see throughout the video, it is super quality for a production builder for some of the systems they're using. They're using the Zip system. That's a Huber wood product. That's actually for the exterior OSB. It has an integrated water WRB, water resistant barrier, into the plywood that's already on there. And a lot of these houses you'll see on big builders, neighborhoods, you'll see like that white house wrap, the Tyvek wrap. This system that they're using is a really good system. It beats that system by far. They have the zip tape for all the seams, and they're actually on the bottom of the exterior on the base plate, they're actually taping an extra layer of tape there. So if any water does get behind that hardy board system and comes in contact with the OSB, with that zip system, it has a place to drain. But instead of going on the bottom and soaking into that plywood, that OSB that's on the exterior sheathing for the house, it's actually going to run down that tape past that OSB. It's just a nice little detail like this that you don't really see on production builders.
And in a state like Florida, where you have hurricane season throughout the year, you have a lot of rain, a lot of wind, you have a ton of bugs here in Florida, gnats, mosquitoes. Having a house that's built with a huge focus and emphasis on quality, incorporating the Zip system into it, which, I mean, it's not the most expensive system in the world, but a lot of builders won't utilize it because it does cost more money, but it provides you that long-term security and a house that you could actually consider to be a generational home, not a house that in 10 or 20 years you might be worried about the actual bones of the house not being good.
So, and you hear a lot of people say, oh, it's got good bones or something like that. So do you want to buy that 5 or 10 year new construction house, or do you want to buy that 100-year new construction house? And I definitely think this home that you're seeing right now is going to outlast a lot of these other production builders with everything they have. Just some of the other little details that they're doing is, they're sealing around the windows. All the windows that you see right now, it actually has the zip system stretch tape in all the corners, and they're going up about a foot on every single side of the window. They're taping inside the windowsill and outside, underneath, and around the edges. So you don't.
And I think the data that you pulled up showed that 80 or 90% of all damages that occur to the inside of a house will actually come from water protrusion from the exterior. And what you're alluding to is how this tape is going to prevent water from going in, because it naturally filters it out of the house if it does get behind that first level of hardy board there.
Correct. And what architect Steve Basic says, it's not keeping the water out, but it's managing the water. No, if water can't go anywhere, it's going to rot. If water has a way out, it's going to go out, that wood or whatever gets wet, that's going to dry out and you're going to be just fine. So it's really a water management system that they're doing really well at. And what I was really excited to see, we did the walkthrough, walking through everything. We're talking to the site agent, the superintendent, and what this builder actually offers is a 5-year, it's limited, but it's something that no other builder is doing. It's offering a 5-year warranty on water intrusion in the house, which I've never seen another builder do.
Usually most you'll get is 2 years.
2 years.
That's about it.
If that. And
if that, correct.
And
correct.
I think that is, for a production builder, I think that is really taking the initiative to really set themselves apart with industry standards. And as you can see, one of the other things that really, really stuck out to me during this walkthrough, we're inside the owner's suite, we're walking around the master bath, the owner's bath, and he's explaining the rain shower head to the clients. It's a water
nice upgraded feature.
Nice upgraded pipe goes up into, from the wall, the unconditioned attic space, and then down for the rain shower head. And he pointed out to the clients, hey, it's not code requirement to wrap that pipe in insulation and pipe wrap, but what we're going to do is a best practice is to wrap that pipe in insulation, because the condensation from that cold water going through that pipe, when that hits that unconditioned 140 degrees attic space, that's going to cause condensation, and that's going to drip. And over time, that could be, a mold issue, a water issue. So when he said this isn't code, but it's best practice, that's when it really stood out to me. This builder really cares about the quality of the home and the people buying the home.
Same with me, because throughout that point, we had probably been at this point with him for about 20 minutes, and he was super knowledgeable, understood all aspects of the construction process. But him saying that, hey, I don't need to do this, but it's best practice, and I'm going to make sure that we do it, shows the pride and integrity that they have in building this house, this quality built house. And another important thing I like to point out is, although it's a production house, this house was customized. So this was a custom built house. So again, a lot of times people think $1 million. This is a $400,000 house.
Customized.
Which is customized. Exactly. So not only do you get the zip system, all the quality features you've been talking about, but it's a fully customized house. You pick the floor plan, then you customize how everything goes.
Right.
And to your point there again as well too, actually doing the walk with the builder and the builder's assistant, and then pointing out to us all the little things that they're doing to ensure the quality of the house. I mean, I'd be comfortable with a family member getting a house like this. And I wouldn't say that about all homes that are out there.
Correct. And just when going over, the hurricane ties and the strapping and the way the truss was put together, and the base plates and the top plate, they have a double top plate, and they actually, on the double top plate, what is really cool, they actually put this squishy foam material, as you can see right here. It's like a little squishy material that they put on that top plate. So when the drywall actually goes on that top plate and is screwed to the top plate, it's creating an air barrier there. So it's completely airtight and sealed right there. So when they were going over little details like that, that's some nice things that's not too expensive for a builder to do, but just shows that they care of the quality of their home. And then, as you can see within the video as well, not only that top plate for the drywall, but you're going to see on the base plate right here, they're adding about a 1/2 inch spray foam on the bottom of that, and they're actually using the fire foam right here to make sure that it's all protected and air sealed from bugs, air leakage, and things like this. They did mention when they do their blower door test, they're around 3 right there for the blower door test, so that was pretty good for a production builder. And they actually recommend for this builder that because the house is so tight, they are actually bringing fresh air into a fresh air system from outside into the inside because the house is so tight, which on production builders, you don't usually see that too much. So just another nice detail that this builder is offering. But one thing that I did want to mention during the walk, as you can see in the video here, that they actually went above and beyond. In the garage, they have the breaker box, it has all your electrical in there, and you got the main power coming in. And what they actually did, instead of drilling a bunch of holes for all those wires going through the top plate in the garage, so when you drill all those holes, there's like 50 holes in the top plate that the electrician usually puts the wire through, that'll actually lessen the structural integrity of that top plate in that specific area. So what they actually did is they built a little bulkhead to put the wires around that, so it didn't have any issues with the structural integrity, not code, but best practice. And they actually insulated and air sealed all that with a fire foam, which I haven't seen any other builders do that. So another nice detail that we want to be able to share with you, things that we're noticing in the industry that some other builders might not be doing or some other people aren't showing you guys. We want to find the best of the best out there for the best quality of the home and the best price for all of our clients. And what's great about this one, a lot of people think, oh man, a customizable house like that, you're looking at $1 million or $750,000. Like, this is a little over $400,000, and the client pretty much customized it every way he wanted. So we're really happy about the quality of this home for the price, the budget, I think, and all, a good quality home.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in summary, we definitely want you guys to know who are watching this video. We're out here really trying to assess builders and the quality that they put into a house, so we can share that information to you so that, if you have questions or want to discuss the quality of a house or just other different aspects of the house, we want to make sure that we're actually out there doing that boots on the ground, getting all that information for you. Because at the end of the day, this is going to be the largest purchase that somebody's going to make, purchasing their house, purchasing a piece of real estate. So we want to make sure that we're able to share all of those quality aspects of the house to the customer, obviously along with the pricing, all the other incentives and discounts and ways to get a good deal. We want to discuss that with our customers too. But the more we learn, the more we grow, the more we see the importance of knowing all those quality aspects. But getting somebody to get their first house, you want to make sure that it's a good quality built home right there.
Correct. So all things real estate here, a nice quality builder update for you guys. We want to make sure we're keeping you guys informed with everything we know. You guys have any questions, concerns, we're going to put some links below as well. Hope you guys like this information. If you guys have any questions on building a custom home or just getting a home in general in the Jacksonville or Florida area, we have teams in Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa. And
Atlanta too now.
And we just got our first team up in Atlanta. So we're really branching out. We hope we can assist you and help you guys out. Thank you again for checking in.
Thanks for watching. Talk with you soon.
Thank you.